Welcome to day 307 of our Deso journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother, Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in CloutFeed. So there wasn't really...
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, CloutFeed, if you're not using CloutFeed, use CloutFeed. NFT Tech, if you don't know, that's run by Mario Nawfal. He's investing in projects on Deso. CloutFeed is one of them, but he's looking for other investments as well, I know. And I think that CloutFeed is an integral part of this community. It has become one of the most used applications. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, so yesterday there wasn't really that much news, but Deso did announce a new hiring, Ty Fischer. Welcome aboard, Ty. He's going to be working for Deso as a developer advocate engineer, and he's going to focus on recruiting new developers to Deso and strengthening developer relations. So I think that's awesome to see him. He's also going to be a technical liaison between the core team and the Deso developer community. I think that's something that a lot of the developers were asking for, and Deso seems to have answered. He has experience as a Solidity developer on Ethereum, and he's also worked in fintech at the London Stock Exchange. So I think that's a great find by Deso. It's great to have Ty on board. I think we'll see what he does.
Yeah, and two things. I think his experience in crypto is important here, especially being a developer on Ethereum via Solidity. But also, I like the idea of having like this middleman between the core team and the developer community. I think it's going to kind of make things run more smoothly. I know that some developers get a little angry when things don't kind of happen the way they thought were going to happen based on what core said. So I think having this middleman like Ty, I think, is going to be valuable to the community and to the developers in general.
Yeah, definitely. So yesterday at the hackathon, what happened there, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, so we heard that It's Aditya is going to take part, but you'll get to that here in a minute. But Alex Valaitis, he made a post, and the post actually said, "1 diamond and a corner Pomp at the party and get him to join Deso." So Anthony Pompliano was actually at a party at the Miami hackathon. Alex posted a picture of him doing an interview, and he basically said, "Hey, give me a diamond and I'll corner him and get him to join Deso." For those who don't know, Anthony Pompliano is probably one of the bigger names, bigger commentators within the crypto space. He's a big time investor. He invested in things like BlockFi, Coinbase, eToro. He has 150,000 subscribers on his mailing list, like 400,000 YouTube subscribers. So if Pomp did actually join Deso, it will be huge for Deso, because you could obviously you'd expect him to mention it to his followers in his newsletter. So hopefully that happens. I know there had been speculation from the very start that he'd be joining soon. He's one of the people, I think him and Kamath are two of the most anticipated people to come and post. Kamath has done so already, kind of trailed off a little bit though, but we'll see. I'd love to see Pomp on Deso.
Yeah, I think everybody would. Yeah, and like you said, It's Aditya is actually taking part in the hackathon in Miami. I don't believe he's actually in Miami, but you can also participate remotely. And he said he's building a very useful tool for Deso. So I can't wait to see that. He's a great developer. He's been doing some great things on Deso.
Yeah, he's been working with Discord, allowing diamonds on Discord, along with Weeblet. Definitely somebody that you want to pay attention to if they say they're working on something cool, because he puts out some really cool products. So I'm looking forward to see what comes from him, as well as other developers who may be taking part in the hackathon and shooting for that $10,000 grand prize that's coming from Deso.
Yeah. And Mubs, Mubs is another developer on Deso. He has been creating project after project. It seems like every week he has a new project that he's working on Deso. And he actually released some of what he's done so far for a project he's working on that aggregates posts from the core team from Deso, from Twitter, and from GitHub, and kind of puts them all in one stream so you can see all the important updates. And it's done on Prague. Prague is his website, prague.cc/projects Deso, and you can check out this new app he's developed. He's still working on it, it's still a work in progress, but it's amazing already. I think it's a very useful tool for people who want to be up to date on all of the core teams' work on Deso.
Yeah, if you don't want to have to go to several different mediums to get all the news regarding development on Deso, then this is perfect. I know I've said before when we were mentioning it like a few days ago, like I barely ever go to GitHub, so I miss most of the updates on GitHub. I'm always on Deso, so I'm reading most of those, but I also don't go to Twitter that often. And this kind of brings Twitter, Deso, GitHub, all that together. The most important developer related posts are just in this stream. So check it out. And I'm sure he's going to probably improve upon it as well. Not that it really needs improvement.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. So GDS and GD Virtual Galleries posted a video this morning showing off Mesa Virtual Mall. I guess I'm saying Mesa or Maza Virtual Mall. It's a project that he's working on. It's something that he's really been focused on outside of everything else he's been doing with his galleries. And he's selling floors to 3 different buildings within this mall. And users are going to be able to have their own avatars and walk through the mall and shop for NFTs in one building. There's fashion in another building. And you're going to actually be able to buy, say, an NFTZ hoodie. This is an example he gave me this morning. An NFTZ hoodie for your avatar within this metaverse of sorts while you shop for NFTs or while you shop for other fashion accessories for your avatar. So I think it's a great idea. I think what he's doing is amazing. He's so talented. I've had a chance to meet Gabriel several times, but I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what happens with that. He said, well, we know that many NFT artists have already set up galleries with Gabriel. He said that some of them are actually going to be able to have entire floors within this mall to show off their stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great project.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like we have this metaverse coming together. You have the actual 3D spaces that GDS is creating with Matterport, and then you have all the art from all the NFT creators on the walls, and then you have 3D characters, avatars that you can go in and walk around. And now you're going to be able to have clothing for those avatars. So it's just like putting layer upon layer upon layer. And we're just getting closer to a metaverse type atmosphere. And it's being built on Deso, which is what I love.
Yeah, and there's multiple people actually building metaverse like places like Conchi, and there's several others as well. But today's community events, there's actually several of them at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Clubhouse. There's a Deso NFT raffle giveaway with ugly ass. And for one ticket, you can pay 0.1 Deso, and each person can buy one ticket. And they're going to be giving away NFTs from Unicat, from Octoposse, from Badass Baboons, and from Effed Up Cats. So that's exciting. Again, at 12 p.m. Eastern time, if you want to take part in that raffle, it's going to be lots of fun, and maybe you'll win some NFTs.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try and make that one.
At 3 p.m. Eastern time on Clubhouse is a room titled Decentralized Social Security, Legals, and DAO Tokens. And this was a room that was actually rescheduled from, I think, last week. There are some people who couldn't attend. So it's been rescheduled for 3 p.m. Eastern time today. Deso Chats, Miss Katie Ann, Michelle Lord, French Connector, Wildography, Franz Arthur of Supernovas, Rhubarb, Annie Actp, we are going to be there, and Jay Vague's going to be there. So definitely check that out. I think it's going to be a very informative room, especially with the fact that DAO coins are now on Deso. There's going to be some lawyers on hand to kind of talk about the legalities of this stuff. So check it out if you have time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I know I have some things planned with family, but I'm going to try and make it, because as these Deso DAOs roll out, I think in my mind, the most important thing before we even consider doing anything with DAOs are the legalities. And I think there's, depending on what jurisdiction you're in, there's going to be different legal mechanisms that you have to follow. You're going to have to, if you're in one state, you might have to do something different than if you're in, say, Wyoming. And then there's still federal laws here in the United States that you kind of have to abide by. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these lawyers have to say. I know Franz is going to be there from Supernovas. I know he's been looking into DAOs for Supernovas. So I want to hear what their plans are and like what the best route would be to make sure you're not going to be hearing from the SEC down the road.
Yeah, I mean, Brian and I have considered what we could do with DAOs, and so has NFTZ, but we're kind of waiting because there's so many different ideas that are going to pop up. We don't want to make a huge mistake. We want to make sure everything's done correctly. So this can be a great discussion, I'm sure. At 9 p.m. Eastern time on Twitter Spaces, Beer Buds, NFT Happy Hour with Brian Drever. So definitely check that out. It's got Twitter Spaces about NFTs on Twitter. So maybe we'll bring some people into Deso. That's going to be exciting. I'm going to try and make that as well. And
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
10 p.m. Eastern time, Stream Clout, meme battles with Brock Pearson and Lift Clout again on Twitch, twitch.tv/StreamClout. These are fun. I know people had a blast with them 2 weeks ago. I think last week it was canceled for some reason. But again, at 10 p.m. Eastern time today, it should be taking place. And I think that's all we have for everybody today.
Yep, I'll see everybody tomorrow.
Yeah, have a great day, everyone, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.